Hello everybody, my name is Frigid Hyperion, and welcome back to the Wilds of Wildemount campaign. This will be part 2 for session 29. We had just left the Blue Moon Den. I still want to say Blue Lion. And we were tracking the whereabouts of Brine as she takes off with our target, whose name I've already forgotten.
Thorian, I believe.
Thorian.
Of course, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Thaddeus?
Daddius?
God damn it.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Almost made me spit out
Daddy?
my drink, you
sorry.
fuckers.
Daddy? Sorry. Daddy? Sorry.
Okay. Having just exited the Blue Moon Den, you all begin in the middle of the night to follow quite the distance behind Brine and him. I'll be honest, by no means is this inconspicuous, considering there are 6 Sorens, all in various...
Man,
all of them trying to do a backflip and failing.
I mean,
Except for one.
Technically speaking, all of them, their combined wisdom is, all 6 Sorens' combined wisdom is exactly the same as 1 Soren. That's a crazy thought.
What is your goal in following?
To ensure Brine's safety.
Which means
And I would hope
a grand total. I need a grand total of 1 of you, to be honest, to ensure my safety. More than that probably endangers me more.
And also, I happen to be the person that can track them because I have a bird.
Like
I can
2 people
become a
being
bird.
stealthy? 2 people being stealthy? Sure.
Eight,
The fucking squad? Maybe not. You know what I mean?
Don't worry. We left 2 back at the den. We're fine.
Yeah, they call it the Curse of Squad. It's where having too many people
when the
is not
squad
in-
rolls up and it's just all Soren.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Winchan.
What?
Got any tips? I have no idea what I'm doing.
Oh, you just gotta like move your hips and stuff. It's like dancing, but like a little bit more close.
Not what I meant.
Oh, wait, what did you mean then?
How am I supposed to get him to give me the information? Like, I totally get going to his place is a good idea, and like I'll have all the time I need. It's just like, how do I get the information out of him?
Flutter your eyes and then ask the questions you need to ask.
And that'll work?
It works for me.
Fluttering commences.
Okay.
I can help. I can help you if you. I'll be like you're listening, and I'll give you directions if you need them, like a secret agent.
Why do I feel like this could get very weird between us? Whatever.
Oh, it's okay. We're girl pals.
Okay.
Okay. As he leads you back to his place in not too terribly far away from where you know the Solvia Manor is. We're thinking probably he's gonna be right in this area-ish.
I got a question.
Right towards the center of the city, yes.
How long did it take to get back from the, like, God, I forgot what it was called. But how long did it take to get back to his place?
10 minutes? 10-minute
Okay,
walk?
that's perfect, because that's within 1,000 feet of locate object. So that would trigger locate object, provided that I've been concentrating on it the whole time.
Sure.
And I get, like, an
So-
accurate...
Do you get a ping of a map of the Solvia Manor? No.
Oh, okay.
You don't get a ping of the map. You gather the feeling that, well, some places it would be good to take work home. Maybe just being a guard is not, or even a captain of a guard isn't as much the kind of stuff you would bring home. That doesn't mean he doesn't have the information that you're looking for.
Yeah, it just means we don't have the map. Alright,
Windchime?
I'm going to relay to Windchime, to relay to Moonzig, saying,
I'm not in this. Gotcha.
yeah, but, like, I can only communicate to Windchime.
Yeah, I know, but like, then you communicating to Moonzik, who's right next to you.
Oh yeah, right, he is. You know what? I'll just open my mouth and speak words. I'm gonna say, well, it doesn't seem like the map is anywhere in his residence. It's most likely kept away, hidden in their estate or some other place, but I don't think we'll find it in his house.
Cameron,
What?
you were just talked to.
I apparently was not paying attention. I'm sorry.
We cannot find the map in his house.
I suppose it's a bit of a problem.
Guys, what is my goal here? Am I just waiting until he falls asleep, making sure he stays asleep, and rifling through clothes and various items in his house to find the map, or am I just... This is
What's
all going to Windchime, right?
Which time
Or-
is it not to get laid?
I mean, that wasn't the main goal, no?
Oh, okay. Music, what's Brine supposed to be doing right now?
Music, the fuck are we doing? Good question.
I have heard
Good job, the fuck are we doing?
after he falls asleep, see if relay to Brine that to see if she can't find some kind of journal or something that has details of the manor in some capacity.
The manor itself, like the house's outline?
Like floor plans
Floor plan?
or anything about
Okay.
a vault.
Okay, Brine. You need to make sure he falls asleep somehow. And then you're gonna look through all the bookshelves and in all the cubbies you can find for a journal or something about the house.
Okay.
We want like a map or a floor plan or like architecture plans of the
Okay.
house.
Alright. And
You
am
know,
I
actually-
am I going to try and like get an interview for the job?
What's the job?
He works as a guard. I'm seeing if I can become an underling. That was one of the things. Is that still something I'm going for, or am I just playing my hand now?
Well, what does he guard? Is it important to the scheme we're doing?
He's the head guard of the entire scheme we're doing.
Okay, yeah, still do that then.
All right. So
If
not over snooping. Understood.
yes, if all else fails, look at the house with your eyes and then memorize it. So
If
that
I
we
can even convince him to. That might be a breakfast chalk.
Oh wait, are you not at the house itself? You're at a different place?
We're walking to. No, we're not. We're not about to get into the mansion. We're heading to the guard's house, right? The guard guards the mansion.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
trying to convince the guard to allow me to become a guard because I thought of that on the fly.
You know, actually, here's a better idea. Do not, whatever you do not get into bed with him tonight.
No.
But just like keep it on the table, like it might be a possibility, and just like keep like hinting at it until he makes you a guard.
I just don't know how effective that would be. I'll see how it goes.
Okay, yeah, I'll be right with you the whole time.
Is that supposed to make me feel better? Or worse?
No, I'm encouraging you. I'm here for you. I'm like
I'm here
trying to
with
be a
you.
good friend.
Not skeevy at all.
Right?
He says to you, so, this is my place. It's not much. And, you see, he takes you into what I, in my language, only knows how to describe as like a fourplex. And he unlocks his door and
A quad?
says, quad, yeah, whatever. And you enter his house. It's surprisingly fairly. I'm not sure what you're expecting, but it's pretty barren in here. There's not a lot of furniture. He clearly doesn't have.
Don't spend much time here?
No, not really. Mostly it's just a place to sleep.
Well, it's nice to have one. I've been on the road for quite a while.
Coffee?
Love some. Still got stuff whirling through my head from that place.
Yeah, you get used to it. So, thanks for... Are you some sort of adventurer or something?
Of the sort. I look
Mercenary?
for... Yeah, adventuring would be more accurate to what I've been doing recently. But, I mean, I take jobs, I help out for a while, I get bored, I move on. But if it's a high-paying job, I'm more likely to stay on for longer. I am skilled.
Kind of raises his eyebrow at you. What kind of skills do you have?
I'm a caster.
Oh. Magic's never been my forte. Never been able to do that. It's kind of cool, though. I admire those who can. Just as you.
I'm gonna
He's saying that
cast
to a warlock.
prestidigitation to ruffle his hair. Oh no, he's bald. To kind of have a gust of wind go over him.
That's Druidcraft.
Whatever.
It's a sensory effect.
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft from where I am to give that.
Oh my god, you're not here.
That's a mage hand thing to ruffle his hair.
Yeah, but he has no hair. He's bald. It's a
So I
sensory
just rolled-
effect.
I just rolled for it. He does not make the connection. Instead, he gets up to check to make sure his windows are closed.
That was
This
me.
guy.
Oh, wait. Okay. Yeah, I get it now. I'm sorry. Coffee, right. And he's gonna rush back and start making a cup of coffee. Do you
So
live
basically,
around
he's
here?
going to leave the room and
Yeah.
leave you there to like
Yeah.
snoop around.
He does leave the room. He turns the kind of a corner and kind of calls out from where you assume a kitchen is. You're sitting in his living room. There is just there's just a couple of chairs. None of them are even cushy at all. They're just like kitchen table chairs around a table. That's about it in this room. You see a small desk, however, that is probably the only other thing in here, and
And everything's droopy.
there's also a plant that appears to be in the process of dying.
Man,
Gonna
this
give-
is like a prime layer for depression. Like, this guy is super depressed.
Well, I might. Not. But no, not yet. Actually, the only form of permanent residence I have is. Or semi permanent residence, I should say, would be a rental in Nicodranas.
I relate. Not that I have anything in Nicodranas. Not that, but rental. That's what I relate to. You see, he's kind of like nervously like. You can just hear it in his voice.
In my mind to win chime. Small top topics. Now, I'm freezing up!
Wait, what? Sorry.
Brian's asking for small talk topics. She's not actually bad at it, but I
Talk
thought
about
it's fun.
apples.
What?
I'm sorry.
She says that out loud, by the way. She's so taken
I-
aback, she says what out loud.
I was just saying that I don't really I rent this place too. I rent.
Ah. Good terms on it?
Not bad, I guess.
Compliment his house.
It's
Tell him
Nice.
the table's nice.
it's nice. It's
Ask him about
It-
his plant.
okay. That's enough. Thank you. I'm getting distracted. Sorry. No, it's nice. It's a little bit bigger than the place I've got. Sparsely furnished, but good choices when it comes to it.
You're doing such a good job, Brian.
I love the fact that I have a
Thanks, I think.
cheerleader in my head for this.
I appreciate that. He comes out with a cup of coffee and sets it on the table in front of you, and he has his own. And
Black?
are you? You said you're trying to disguise yourself, right? Do you still have your mask on?
I do still have my mask on.
He takes his mask off.
Oh.
Sorry, I sometimes I forget that it's there.
Oh, no, I understand. Although I kind of like the mystique.
Tell him you have a mask, Pink.
What do you think I'm doing?
Yeah, but he seems like the kind of guy who needs to be told bluntly, okay? He doesn't understand the subtleties.
How would...
Yeah. He's going to.
Oh, okay.
You see him kind of like compose himself for a second before he like reaches out and like touches the mask. He's like, I didn't expect it to be cold.
I'm going to push forward into his hand a little bit. Then whisper. Ice cold.
So now we're gonna fade to black.
Okay.
Alright.
So,
Brine is
Brine
not
is
making
busy. Brine is busy.
Brine is making poor decisions.
I'm sorry.
Brine is busy. What are the rest of you guys doing?
And Windchime is watching, you creep.
Giving advice.
Party member, I'm giving them watching this campaign, which is kind of awkward because I kind of don't want to be, but like, yet here I am with a bird floating around the house, looking through his eyes. Kind of weird.
Just watch the entrance.
Yep. Just sitting here awkwardly watching a house.
Do you want me to leave?
After about an hour, you notice that one of Soren's figures disappears. Kind of merges back into himself.
Oh no.
Now I have a funny question.
Mm-hmm.
Have I been busy this entire hour?
That's a you question.
Oh.
This is your rodeo, Kale.
Cause like, if I have been, my man.
My man.
Right?
He's just that shy. All work and no play.
It's completely up to you. There's no, you don't even have to answer. We can just.
I'm
fade
just
till the
not going to
morning.
answer.
Okay.
I'm not going to fade to the morning, however.
Okay.
I am going to make use of the fact that I'm an elf. I only trance. I would know when he falls asleep. I don't need as much sleep as he does.
Oh,
I do have a chance to snoop.
Okay.
And an excuse if he finds me up.
Sound asleep. You see the man. I should actually probably.
Awkward horse
I did.
flopping.
I did have a picture available of him.
Him sleeping?
No.
What the hell?
You can. I should have mentioned this before, but you notice that although you can tell that his scruff is normally well kept and groomed down, he does have a nice 5 o'clock shadow that looks like it's probably from yesterday or the day before yesterday. You get it. Time is funky.
Time is funky.
No, during that hour, I'm gonna be like, oh, which reminds me, wind chime.
Yes?
Can you make sure to tell Brine that if she sees his face, to make sure she takes down incredible detail?
Oh, I saw his face already.
Oh, fantastic.
In various stages.
Wait. Oh, wait, no, you... He had his mask on at the bar, so you wouldn't have seen his full face.
Nope.
Okay.
Just the bald.
He took it off in front of that Brine, and she asked him to put it back on. But he had a very nice face. He's very handsome, honestly.
I am
You
gonna
know,
do investigation, bookshelves, stuff like that. Nothing that would be overly private, so that I'm not screwing my way out of a potential job. But
Yeah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
all right. Yeah, so I'm not screwing myself out of a job and perhaps screwing myself into a job. Wording.
So-
Spending the night at a place to get yourself a job is literally screwing yourself into a job.
Exactly.
So
It has happened
You,
before. Look at Hollywood.
while he is soundly snoozing, you walk around his equally as barren bedroom. He's got a side table that when you slide it open, there's just a pipe and tobacco, and various like things that you would keep, in your house. Nothing of use. In his closet, you do see multiple. He does have his own armor, but he does have many undergarments that appear to be pretty much uniform. He's got 5 or 6 of them.
Not as in underwear, but as in
Underwear. Yes, like armor.
Shirt.
Under Armour.
Oh, the brand?
You see that it appears to be like a bright red, as is customary with the Zillow. If you walked out into the his quote living room in the desk, you can tell that this desk is never used, like ever. In fact, like you can see the indents in the floor from where the chair had been sitting on the carpet for far too long, and kind of like
old paperwork from when he was maybe hired that he's just like stored here for no other reason.
Yeah, you open up the drawer and you find a small collection of gold. Quickly surmising it's probably about 250. And
We probably dropped it into life savings.
probably his life savings, yeah. From working a pretty good job and not having a lot of expenses. He also has like a couple of pieces of paper, like just basic identification, a few contracts. There's a couple of ones about various jobs that he has done, but I mean that's pretty old, all things considered. You notice that there are a few flyers that have been pulled down of various people of interest who are currently being looked for, wanted signs. Couldn't remember what they were called. But that's about it. There's really not too much in terms of outside of his identification. Yeah, he lives a very boring life.
And nothing that would help us with our job.
No, you think you might have to ask him.
All right.
Oh, actually, there is something Sure. Yes, we're gonna go with this. You do find in his side drawer, like his bedside table, there is a badge marking him as a law enforcer.
Oh.
Are we gonna steal that?
You notice that his law enforcement badge is a lot nicer than the ones that you have seen. Like most of the Zalejo wearing. Most of them are like silver or bronze, but his appears to be like a fairly shiny gold. Although you can tell that like your investigation's pretty high, yeah. You can tell that it kind of just gets thrown places. It's kind of beat up, and not in the way that like it has seen combat kind of way, but like mostly like he doesn't take care of it. It's dirty, not polished. Um,
Well worn.
The ones that I've seen my comrades have, what color were they?
Bronze.
Windchime? You still in my head?
Yes, I am still here. That is a very pretty badge. Do we want to impersonate him? We could maybe have Moonzik put on his face and use the badge.
That's one option. If I do that now, I could... It'd be a shame to have to do anything to him, but
Wait,
I could stop him from noticing in several ways. I don't want to. He seems like a decent guy, to be honest.
I mean, we could impersonate him without him knowing, right?
Unlikely. As much as he doesn't seem to care for it, I find it unrealistic that he wouldn't notice some of the stuff missing, especially after letting someone into his home. While he hasn't seen my face yet. Our risk goes up if I talk to him tomorrow morning. I kind of want everyone's opinion on this. Do you think you could relay?
Yes. Forwarding message now. Did everybody get the message correctly?
Okay.
Please don't make us play broken telephone, Emily.
Is it possible to persuade him into helping us?
Does he seem persuadable? We could bring him on our side, maybe? What do you think, Brine?
I mean, he clearly cared, at least at one point, enough about the law to get this. Although he could have just gotten that from the Marquis. Persuading him to allow me onto the premises, maybe. Persuading him to allow a theft to occur on his watch, unlikely.
Why don't you roll me an insight check? Because you have spent quite a bit of time with him, and I don't know if it'll provide different insight.
Okay.
But it's worth it, right?
Yeah, I try not to roll it just because of my character.
Yeah, you know exactly what you said. Never mind.
Yep.
Nothing new about you.
Windchime,
I was going to say
you've seen quite a lot through my vision. Perhaps you have an insight as to this that I've missed?
So much thought on this.
Oh boy.
I know that's a little bit of a cop-out, Emily, but like...
No, she has been there a lot of the time, and I'm gonna go with it. That's one of the benefits of her not being able to be there.
While also being there.
She can't move.
She is everywhere but nowhere.
Oh my god, Windchime is Schrodinger's cat!
Guys, I'm drugged out on a couch.
A telepathic voice persuading you on.
maybe it's just how connected you feel right now, but like you get the sense that this guy's like pretty relatable,
Yeah.
and it from what Moonzik and Dardek had been telling you about the atrocities that the Solvia family
Mhm.
has committed, it does strike you as you don't, in his words earlier, you don't necessarily feel that he has any strong allegiance towards the Solvia family,
Mhm.
other than like basic appearances. You almost feel like he doesn't have a lot of opinions for himself right now.
Okay. Well, Brine, I think he's persuadable. I think he needs something to fight for, and if you uh kind of frame it in a way where the Sovia family are doing very, very bad things, he'll want to do the right thing, especially if you say this is the right thing. Does that make sense?
If I try this and it goes wrong,
Mm-hmm.
I
Make him feel.
I probably could get out of it, let's be honest. I've got a
Oh.
number of nasty tricks in my toolbox, and he just declared he's not very good with magic.
That's true.
I'd really rather not cast on him, though.
I think you can reason with him with words.
So the plan is to be straightforward with him? Try and convince him to join our side?
Yeah, and then kiss him for good measure.
Why do I feel like that's a step down after what you saw?
Oof.
Oof.
By the way, tell no one.
No, it's just between you, me,
And all the
him.
links I have established in my head.
all I can hear is an Animo going, "Yike!"
Fucking.
I definitely described it all to Animo as it was happening.
No, please, no.
No, don't do that.
Hey, Edward. Hey, wind chime. What's the story? Morning glory. What's the word?
Oh
Hummingbird.
my gosh! Don't you dare! Brine will kill you all. You wanna make her go full Ukatoa bad guy villain warlock vibes? This is how you get full Ukatoa bad guy warlock vibes.
Okay. All jokes aside, what are you doing? This is up to you, Brian. This is ultimately your thing.
It's your decision.
It's a lot of risk, but I kind of prefer it to the other option. He doesn't seem horrible. By the way, are the drugs still affecting me?
You feel that they have about faded by now. It's been a few hours.
Just a
Oh,
smudge
at
here and
the next hour, one of
Or
one of Soren's
How many am I left with?
There's 3
you're currently at 4.
Yeah.
4
Yes.
including you.
I can still do a human jump rope.
All,
the fuck?
What is wrong with you? All that this is doing, genuinely, is like further cementing the fact that Emily wants me to go telepathic on my next feat. Um. Or like maybe that's something I can barter with a warlock for, with a patron for. I don't know. Anyway, I think I think I'm just gonna sit in his room meditating, and I think I'm going to drop. I'm gonna stop refreezing the mask, and I'm gonna do my makeup before he wakes up.
Okay. The rest of the night, every hour that passes, one of Soren's fractals enters him again. Until after 6
the only
hours,
friend that you've made.
after 6 hours, his
His lapsed doppelganger disappears.
yes.
Womp womp.
True.
Wind chime.
Big womp womp.
Oh, hold on, actually I need to roll.
I'm lonely again.
Let me well, actually you can roll me a d12.
Mm-hmm.
And a d6.
Oh,
Okay.
is this... We're determining how many connections we lose?
No. Wind chime. After about 4 hours, you're finally able to move. Although
Oh my god.
you still feel this like peace and connection across you, and you have 11 hours, so to 1 p.m. to have this mystical connection to your friends.
Wow.
You still there?
I'm still here, but I'm also in my own body again. That's crazy.
Wait, do you want to do your own body? We're having
I-
this chat at like 5 a.m. before he's woken up, and
Oh,
I have nothing
God.
left to do.
5
Oh
a.m.
my
vibes.
I couldn't move for 4 hours. I was
How's
like,
your legs? Are they like tingly at all?
I feel very sore, actually. I need to stretch.
I'll give you a massage.
You had a Nemo several times, like, move your legs for you.
Oh god, I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh no! It's been 4 hours. At least.
Hey,
Actually, did we have any bathroom breaks before the auction house and the den?
You are able to go to the bathroom whenever you desire. I don't include potty time in my
Fair enough.
D&D games. I mean, I assume that it happens, but we just skipped over 4 hours. Like,
I assume something happened during them. I just don't care what you guys did. Alright. Well, it's comforting to know that you're still in my head. In some ways. In other ways, like, I don't know. Although I suppose I've done enough with you in my head that I'm not exactly about to do anything more embarrassing.
That's true. I feel very close to you.
Thanks. Not how I was planning on spending my night tonight, but hey, you know.
okay. Everybody, including Windchime and Anemo, at some point in time. Well, I guess not, because who is somebody staying in front of the house the whole night, or are you guys gonna go take long rests?
I'll let them know that we're safe and that they can take long rests as soon as I know I'm safe.
Then yeah, I imagine Edward, Soren,
I was gonna
and
say,
Moonsick would
yeah, I could
go
always
back to
stay out.
Barbex.
I could always stay there. Cause I can just
Yeah,
go into
okay.
a trance. I don't actually need a long rest.
In the same
Oh.
way, right? Stay out of sight. We're trying with a friendly approach, so
Am I still high, or is that like all of it gone?
That's every time one of your pieces re-entered you, you feel a little bit less high.
Oh, but I've got a splitting headache, that's for sure.
that was a bad joke.
Yes, I will stay out of sight.
Okay. Um, the next morning, you see he kind of wakes up and stretches and kind of like his hand hits the bedside next to him and he notices you're not there and kind of like he gives a big sigh. His arm over his eyes.
Good morning.
He takes his arm down, kind of blinks the sleep away. Oh, hey. I didn't realize you were still here. He gives you a genuine smile.
I wasn't about to run off. Well, would you lie down for 4 hours with nothing to do but be in your own head? I don't.
I mean,
Says it's like he didn't just spend the past several hours being alone in his room talking to
yeah.
a bunch of strangers.
He's like,
The
oh,
point is,
oh
he was
yeah,
asleep.
you trans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that must have been terribly boring. He kind of starts to sit up. I'm sorry. Oh.
No, I should apologize. I probably rifled through a little too much of your stuff looking for a book to read.
Yeah, I don't have much. Would
Golden
you
law
like
enforcement badge.
Oh, yeah,
Impressive.
that thing. Yeah. You
What
know,
did you
just
do?
time, I guess. I just show up, do my job.
Was
Nothing
that in the job
fancy.
you're currently doing, or?
Well, before I was hired on as a private guard, I did work basically as standard patrol. He kind of like squints at you. I I've been doing this for like 14, nearly 15 years now.
Holy shit.
It's kind of started when I was 16.
Wow. It's an impressive tenor. Coffee sounds excellent.
Right. Oh, he stands up and goes and makes some more coffee. When you
May
were
I make
rifling,
breakfast?
sure. I mean, I don't really have too terribly much. You see, there's just like some beans and rice, and there's some eggs available as well. Um,
You have no idea how hard it can be to get eggs on the road.
yeah.
Although I did find some once. Couldn't find any chickens though. That one was weird.
Were they chicken eggs?
Yeah.
Not chicken eggs.
I guess I don't think about those life's little luxuries very much. Anyway, yeah, feel free. Anything in the kitchen.
Thank you.
Can I help in any way? I don't really cook much, I'll be honest.
Make coffee. That will help.
Yes, ma'am. He gives you a wink.
I smile back. serve breakfast?
You cook up breakfast and find yourselves sitting at his table.
So, I was asking about the job yesterday. I wasn't. I'm not going to ask for anything. You were very clear you didn't do quid pro quo, but I'm still
I forgot
curious.
all about that. So sorry. I didn't mean to insinuate. God
You were quite
damn.
respectful.
Kind of like rubs his face. Um, I I guess I lost myself a little bit. I apologize.
There's nothing to apologize for.
I don't know if it is the right thing for me to do to.
I
I mean,
understand. Is the right thing important to you?
yeah. I mean, I always try to do. I don't know.
I'm curious then. If you found out that people who hired you were doing the wrong thing, what would you do?
He takes a drink of coffee and says, "To be honest, I don't know. I feel like if that were to happen, I'd want to see myself stepping in and doing everything I can to stop bad things from happening because I feel like that's the right thing to do, right? But then I don't know if that's how I'd actually respond.
Tell him.
Sometimes I swear I just close my eyes and pretend things haven't happened.
I understand.
Tell him there's always time to do the right thing.
I think you'd do the right thing. I mean, you've been nothing but respectful. It's been rather impressive, actually. Not always treated with such respect.
He kind of like opens his mouth like he's going to say something and then decides to put a bite of breakfast in it instead.
I'll be completely honest with you. There is a reason I'm so interested in the job. One of my friends believes really terrible things have been going on underneath the family that you employ. And I wanted to see whether that was true or not. And if it was, bring evidence to light.
You
So,
see, he stiffens a little bit. But to be honest, you're not really sure the insight to that. You know what I mean?
mhm.
But he does stiffen.
I'm just gonna press forward. I'm gonna say, I'm sorry if that was rude of me to not tell you.
Tell him, make sure he knows that you still like him regardless of you doing that. Brine.
I tell you this because I respect you and I actually think you're quite cool. It was never my intention to use you in any way. But I apologize if you feel that way, and well,
Honestly,
I'm trying to be honest.
I remember you asking me about the job last night. I think part of me has been aware the entire time.
When?
You really are something, Brine. You want to get a job with a family who your friend says do bad things. Get closer to what?
Whatever evidence there might be. Hopefully help out if my friend's right.
What's your friend said? He asked with like genuine interest.
What have you said? I would know this, but like me as a player doesn't.
Dealings with the myriad and like shit, I forgot all the things that there's just back there, but like dealing with the myriad is definitely a big one.
He believes they're in league with the Myriad, and that there's a chance that the Marquis is a puppet.
He takes a drink of his coffee with both of his hands. I can't confirm nor deny. I haven't. Strange people go in and out of that manor. People you wouldn't expect. People I've never seen before. And I've seen a lot of faces. That's especially for of those who have rank. Kind of scoffs with. Look, he is he's a pretty strict man. He keeps himself to very, very tight timelines. Right? His schedule is set in stone.
Everything, right?
What?
So he's got like a set schedule for everything, right?
Yeah. His schedule is set in stone. But about once a week, he, on his schedule, and I've seen it with my own two eyes. There's this word. Actually, hold on. Might not be a word. Let me open up my letter. Typically, it's a sort of name. No last name, just the first. And when that time schedule comes across, he just those strange people come in. I can't say that it's something underground or that he's a puppet or anything like that. Just they give me the heebie-jeebies. Like something is off about them. He's got an appointment coming up tomorrow. With a Claude.
All right.
It's it's sorry, my brain is stuttering, not him. Um, he's got an appointment coming up tomorrow with a Claude. I haven't seen that name before. Um, but I have a feeling that the tension in the house has been really high. Higher than it should be. Even his wife has been fussing about. More than she normally does. Kind of. If one of my men is slouching, even, she comes up and taps on their arm or tells them to stand up straight. I don't know. I don't even know why I'm telling you this.
Well, I appreciate it. You think maybe they're being threatened?
Maybe
You deal
they
with
have
the wrong.
they have a young son.
You deal with the wrong people long enough, they start to dig their claws back into you, right?
I guess. It's hard for me to say. I feel like Hector is not the kind of man to let somebody else control him in that way. The strange dealings and behavior and the schedule, it's all that aside. He's not somebody you want to fuck with. Excuse my language.
After everything you said last night.
He blushes a deep shade of red. It goes up his neck all the way to behind his ears. You can see it even kind of like curls into his bald head. I
You
I'm sorry. I
You have absolutely nothing to apologize for. Listen, I think I've made myself clear as to what my objectives are. I'm sorry for some of my conduct, but I did enjoy myself, and I do enjoy you. Will you help me in finding out if there are bases to these rumors?
what would you have me do?
Bring me in on the pretense of a job interview.
All of this for a job
Perhaps,
interview.
perhaps let me take a look around, see if there's some sort of documents. If there's nothing, then I walk out. I apologize to you for asking you to take this risk, and no one is hurt. If there's something, I'll let you know, and we'll plan from there.
I could lose my job for this.
It's a chance to do the right thing.
Plus a lot of money.
Make a persuasion check.
I do not still have advantage, correct?
No.
And I don't get it for anything else?
I don't think
You're speaking straight to him.
You're talking to him. You're speaking to him. I honestly think that this is just straight roll. You can use your hero points if you want
Never mind.
I don't think I need to.
Nope. That's a 24.
That is
With no
fantastic.
Yeah.
changes.
The dice gods were in your favor today.
They are not
time.
always on these important rolls. The number of nat ones I've gotten when it really has fucking mattered.
I recall back to the nat 20 on stealth and a nat 1 on sleight of hand.
I recall back to rolling a nat 1 on deception against my patron.
He kind of looks down at his food and he finishes the last few bites and are you done? He says.
Yes.
And he grabs your plate and your cup and makes his way back into his kitchen. And he says, all right. I'll see what I can't do. But don't think that I'm doing this for you. Not that you aren't amazing and beautiful and all of that. Just maybe I do the right thing instead of being a bystander.
And I think you're wonderful for it.
I have to go to work here soon. He kind of like looks out outside. I've only got a little bit of time left. After my shift tonight, where can I find you?
Where do you need me to be?
Ooh la la.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, you do see his eyes kind of like flash to the bedroom, and before he kind of swallows and says, Denny's?
Yes!
I'll be there, waiting for you.
Oh, everyone's gonna be so psyched about this.
Right?
Psyched about what?
Another
Abby.
canonical story-based reason why we have to go back to Denny.
Right? I'll be waiting there for you with bated breath.
And with that, he comes up and he kisses you. And we're fading to black one more time as we go look at the rest of the party, who is back at
the house.
Back at Moonzix.
Oh my goodness, they're so cute, guys. I'm like melting for them.
This is like so not healthy in any way, shape, or form. This is not how this works, guys.
Disclaimer: these are not healthy relationships.
Right?
These are not relationships. Period.
This is acquiring information from a fucking target.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is
Reminder.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what's called espionage, corporate or otherwise.
Oh, yeah, stealth on the shelf.
This is known as a honeypot?
I think so, yeah.
Honey heist?
No. shortly in the morning, Brine walks up to the walks into the house to with music's place.
Hi guys.
You're back.
I am. Windcharm could have told you that. She's been in my head. We've been chatting the entire time.
Well, I've been chatting with everybody, so it's cool.
Please tell me you told them nothing. Wait, they
Nope.
can't see through your head, right?
Nope. It's just like a one-way street between me and everybody else.
What exactly?
Alright, I can't see any of their heads. That makes sense.
Yes.
I would ask, but I
Don't want
respect
to.
your I respect your privacy anyway.
Oh my goodness, Edward, stop.
What? What did I do?
I'm just kidding.
So So everything went okay last night?
Mostly this morning, to be honest. Yes,
The talk, I imagine, is what you're saying.
exactly.
Okay. Well, what happened?
Well, he's interested in doing the right thing. Now, he has no proof of their guilt, so the plan is for him to meet me at Denny's. He's going to usher me inside after hours on the pretense of a job interview. I will do some snooping. If we find the evidence, I will present it to him, and we'll decide where to go from there. I'll introduce him into our plan, so to speak.
That sounds reasonable. He works quite long hours. No wonder he's stressed out.
I don't like this plan all that much. I mean, you're going into his home, essentially, without any help.
No, she's
Are
been
you
to
kidding
his
me?
home.
I'm going
the
into
hell?
the estate with the full knowledge of the people who are paid to stop me, with their permission.
It's the best chances we've got, quite honestly.
And what if he double crosses? There's always a possibility. We can't just rule that out.
From what Windchime
I'm-
has told us, he doesn't seem to sort.
Yeah, he would have, like, called the cops right away. Or something.
There's
Oh,
also the
yeah.
element of, why would why wouldn't he just capture me while I was at his place?
She's
Why
got,
take the risk of bringing me to the mansion?
She's got a point.
Yeah, I'm with Brine on this one. It would be much easier to quickly apprehend and detain her.
You have to remember that coming into this, Soren, this entire plan in itself is a gamble.
I still think we should be at the ready.
Of course.
And we should have a backup plan in case things go south.
You know what I really want? I want to see if there's somebody who has Phantom Steed here. If I can get that, I would have a horse I can summon to get away with.
And after that, if our plan,
Well, I don't have access to such means.
our plan B is if we end up blowing this, we have to leave town immediately. That's our plan B.
Well, that was true from the moment I decided to take off the mask and stay there the night, instead of slipping out the back. After ransacking his place for everything to disguise ourselves as him.
Here, I thought I would have actually had the opportunity to try and mimic him on the fly.
Darn him being an actually good person, right?
Say that again?
Darn him being an actually
Oh.
good person, right?
Well, don't worry about it. I'm sure I'll have another opportunity to try it out.
Hey,
Actually have to kill people before you can mimic them.
No.
A rather macabre thought to bring
We
forth.
don't have to
Hey.
kill anybody for us to take... You
do
know
you
what?
want to practice?
I'm not going to go forward with that thought, considering I have two personalities that hinge on that.
Moonsick?
What?
Do you want to practice?
Killing people?
Me?
Killing?
No!
Fucking wind chime.
Killing?
Well...
To me.
If I'm being honest, I have known you for quite some time, and I could probably pull you off rather easily. Because I know your mannerisms, I know your details, I know most things about you.
But you haven't exactly been studying me. Not in the way you've said you've had to for others, so it would be at least a small step up.
I suppose so. We could practice it, and then if you remember details about him, I could try him as well. I don't know what.
I remember tons of details about him.
It's gonna.
And she's just gonna look at Windchime.
Mhm.
Well, I'll try Brine first, and I have no idea what fucking rolls I'm making here.
It's a good question. I
Isn't
feel
it
like
1 grand performance?
what?
Isn't it 1 grand performance?
Maybe yeah, a performance would probably be accurate.
Okay. I've got proficiency in performance. 13.
It kind of looks like her. Definitely, there are some mistakes. Like the length of the ears is not right, the hair isn't right, the colors of the clothes are atrocious.
You don't have her fashion sense.
What made you think I had any fashion sense?
Well, to like become other people, you'd think you would understand some sort of fashion. Although, yeah, you become old men and weird people, so.
I have not
I mean,
shown
that's
you.
pretty weird.
I still have a couple of other personalities that you haven't even seen that I do not want to show you unless the moment had called for it. Such as a distraction.
Yeah, keep your secrets.
Oh my god. You should totally practice becoming each of us, so that it can look like there's two people concentrating on the same spell.
This is just Among Us. This is just turning into Among Us.
And then I can also copy Edward, and we could have 3 Edward. Oh, I don't have Mask of Many Faces anymore.
Oh.
For somebody who says that you've gotten an upgrade from that, you sure refer back to that a lot as if you've missed it fondly.
Look, I don't need you psychoanalyzing me on this one, alright? I do miss it. But it's cool. I'm sure Ukatoa is doing something so that I'm stronger.
Right.
Well, he poofs back. Well, that was embarrassing, but I suppose that proves that the our other test would probably not do as well.
No, it's fine. We didn't steal his badge anyways.
Fair enough. Well, we've got time to kill until his shift is over, then. What do we plan to do?
Oh, there was some shops we never hit.
That is true. We have to go back to the Omnipharmacon, as there's also Illuminations that we never visited.
And I really do want to see whether the scroll stop has that. I know it's unlikely, but the steed might help me get a fast getaway if I don't find what I
Again,
need.
I don't possess the means to cast Phantom
Not
Speed.
you! The magical shops. Sorry, Edward. I'll make sure.
Pay for it, then you can pay for a spell scroll, but
Of course, we just got all that money. And I was going to have to buy a horse anyway, so why not find a magical one that I can't lose?
And don't have to pay
it
for
only lasts for like an hour, right? You lose it after an hour.
Yeah, but retro casting, right?
Yeah.
Has a decent travel speed and it's more useful in combat. I don't see why I wouldn't look for it.
So, he said that he is going to meet up with you at Denny's tonight, then.
Yeah, at 5 o'clock. So, right before sundown.
Right. Did we want to have Edward, or rather Cole, follow you to keep an eye on you, make sure you're safe? That way,
I wouldn't mind.
that
but-
way, if something were to go wrong, he could let us know immediately and we can get out.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good idea. I feel rather safe with him. Winsham's insight has always been quite excellent.
I don't know how much longer it's gonna last. I feel like
was
it'll
not
be
meaning to draw. I am very sorry. No. How do I erase? I accidentally drew, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Unacceptable.
No worries.
You're fired.
Yeah, you're fired. Get out. Leave. Take his perms.
I feel my
Well-
connection to everyone is waning as it nears noon.
That's the same. I was kind of enjoying having you in my head.
I know I get.
I mean, the telepathic messages does prove useful, but does sit with me as relatively uncanny.
Uncanny, and
It's-
in the circumstances, it was a little, well, you weren't prying into our thoughts and memories or anything, so I can't say it was a breach of privacy.
I mean, she could see everything we see.
Yep. I
Yeah.
did see a lot, guys. I saw a lot. I feel like I know you guys very well now.
Moonsick, looks at her for a second, and then it dawns on him, he's like, oh. Oh.
We didn't have to share that one, did we?
It's okay. We're all human, sort
I'm
of.
an elf.
I
You're
know.
a tiefling.
Like one human.
Like, there's a grand total of one human here. Why?
Yeah, we only
There
have
are
one.
there are more elves here than humans.
I don't dictate the meaning of language.
Actually,
I'm
there's an
just-
equal amount of Genasis here than there are, elves.
Ooh.
True.
They may be at different elements, but still.
But
Points.
we're different elves.
Fair enough.
Hmm.
Hey guys, have you heard this one? An elf, a human, and a tiefling walk into a bar, and nobody bats an eyelid because there's so many different races around that. Why would there be a race-based joke?
Wow.
Okay,
That was,
that's going
that
to
was
be
a
funny.
joke?
The point was, we don't need to make a big deal out of it.
Very, very woke.
I am awake, yes. No, for real though. Do you think we could find more of that drug? I feel like it would be incredibly useful.
I feel like you might be encouraging her to develop a dependency on a highly addictive substance.
I wasn't necessarily saying she had to take it.
Yeah, you know what? I'm starting to realize why it's so addictive.
Also,
That's,
yeah, so perhaps not.
no, I'm sure that there's some magic spell out there that we could get in time that would allow us to do the similar thing.
It was kind of impressive how effective her communication is. We'll see when it fades, but for now...
That's what sending stones are for.
Wait. I never tried this. I've always been thinking in words. Can I think in images?
I don't know if
gonna
it would give you.
I'm gonna try and send an image to Winchan.
Does it work? Yeah. Oh my goodness, I see it. What is it? What am I seeing?
You know what you're saying.
Oh. Wow. That's very vivid.
Oh, it does work.
This opens up whole new avenues.
Right?
Oh no.
Well,
Can I send images to other people?
try it and find out.
Yeah. Okay,
You
I'll focus on the face of Brian's boyfriend and send it to Lindsay.
Boyfriend's going a little far.
Wait. Hold on.
Do you see it?
Oh my god!
He sees a 24.
That was like a spur of the moment, like, I don't know why I was trying that, but I wanted to try it anyway, because he figured actually seeing the face would be better than the description. Is
And?
this your man?
Yeah, that's him. Oh my goodness, you really have his likeness.
Well,
Ludwig, did you get hotter?
he is rather attractive, isn't he?
Even
Yes.
with his baldness.
Some people can pull off the bald look very well.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like going full bald is better than going like that half bald where you refuse to go fully bald and you've got like and you're trying to like force the hair to cover where you're balding.
Yeah, no, he just
I
has a
feel like
very
he just
nicely shaped-
commits. He commits to things.
Yeah. Just like he'll commit to our scheme.
We are the Phantom Thieves.
Stealing hearts.
We're the Phantom Thieves, and we're here to steal your treasure.
Jesus Christ. I'm sending a calling card. You can't stop me.
Actually, judging by the way that no one responded to it, Ren was actually a reference to the Persona 5 animation. That is.
I did not get that. No,
That
sorry.
is-
I've just been playing the game.
That's all right. Randomamia is Joker's name in the anime.
Ah, looking cool, Joker.
Well then, suppose we have some trips around town to take care of.
Yep.
Where to first? Do you want to rub the money in the owner of the Omnipharmacon?
I think something occurred to me. As much as those Devil's Blood Leaf are rare, we're heading in the opposite direction of where we need to be to get the amulet made, and we don't exactly have the other materials yet. But now we know where it is and around what we can expect to pay. Given how much of a hassle it is, and how she was willing to pawn it off for that much, I'm sure we could come back through and maybe call collect.
This is
But-
true.
We don't have to do it immediately. And if she sells it between now and then, oh well. But I don't want to either carry around a dangerous plant or spend a bunch of money on just the leaves right now.
And not have them be good by the time we get back.
Right.
That makes sense. So where to then?
Well, I mentioned wanting spell scrolls, and there's the magic item shop we all decided we were too poor to enter.
Oh, my attendance tonight to the auction house, in case you guys remember that.
Yeah, you spent some, but you should have a little bit left, shouldn't you?
No, I'm talking about meeting with the wizard. Or the
Ah,
historian,
yes.
say.
Good luck with that. Oh, and go get yourself some sending cards. And she's gonna hand him 5 gold with a massive
I already
smile on her
have sending
face.
cards.
You haven't actually went to go get them.
Yeah.
You literally went directly from the auction to the
Remember
Oh
last
no,
session?
he mentioned he
I did mention
wanted
last
sending
session,
cards.
I said that we'd get it like off screen, just like,
right. Yes, that is true. Can do that, but like there actually hasn't been time. Like we
Alright.
can get it off screen. That's not a big deal. But like you literally went from the auction house to the Blue Moon Den,
Yeah.
and it's the morning.
Go get yourself some sending cards and try not to take any of his insults. He'll respect you more.
Sure, I'll keep that in mind.
Actually, I was I was caught up in looking at daggers at the outfitters that I forgot to look at other stuff as well. And now that I have money for it, it's possible I could find something there.
Well, there was the magic items up as well.
True.
I think I mentioned that.
You may want to be careful on going back in there, though, Brine.
The outfitters?
You stole a battering ram.
Did anybody see that?
No, but still.
You guys were standing right there and didn't see it. How do you think they saw it?
I would still be careful. That's just what I'm saying.
I understand.
Okay, so you guys are gonna make your way to Illuminations for right now.
Yeah.
Illuminations, yep.
You walk towards Illuminations, where you see a small wooden sign out in front. It appears to be like the windows appear to be blocked from the outside. Like there's a cloth or something blocking the windows. No light goes in or out.
Ooh.
As you open up the door, you hear the bell ding ding. And you all glance around. You see the entire shop is nothing short of a bunch of extraordinarily like what could be valuable magic items, all haphazardly stacked upon each other, not on shelves, but rather in piles. Some of the piles stretching literally floor to ceiling. You could imagine that this shop has basically everything that you could possibly want, if only you could find it. Finding it being the biggest issue. You see from behind a pile stacked tall with swords and trinkets all jutted out in different directions. You hear a clamoring of clearly very valuable things falling. Man, not again! God! You see a human man come around from one of these piles and kicks off a bucket from his foot. He says, "Hello there. What can I do for you?"
Is a Gil here? I think I found his hoard.
He kind of blinks at you.
Famous red dragon was in several stories. No. Come here. Nobody. Slain 300 years ago.
I what you're talking about. Regardless, he kind of like wipes his hands off. They are clearly like dirty. Like they're like the fingertips are darkened by touching too much dust.
Darkened from the radiation of
We're interested in magical items, which it seems you have plenty of, and we're wondering if you can point us in a direction. Any direction.
That pile has been doing me a lot of good lately.
Pile?
Is there any organization to this at all?
I mean, I try. Like, I have a lot of swords over here. I've got a whole row of buckets. Those are really easy to find. I always end up with them on me somewhere. I swear, there's probably something in here that keeps duplicating them. I don't know.
Is the bucket itself
He says,
duplicating?
but yeah, feel free to look wherever you want. I'm just gonna go clean up the spill. As you see, like, there is, like, a puddle that's forming from back behind the, back behind one of these
not water
piles.
at all, is it?
What color is this liquid?
You have no idea. Wait, sorry, not you have no idea. Let me roll for it real quick.
I swear.
I have no idea.
If it's a
I
bright,
have no idea.
if it's a bright neon pink color, I'm calling the police.
It is, 1, 2, 3. It's pink. It's a bright pink. Okay, so I rolled.
pink.
I should specify. I rolled a d6, and I'm using the colors that everybody's names are. And I got a 6. So it really
Oh.
is a brick paint.
Let's
Okay,
go.
That's great.
Okay.
A body has been discovered. God
No,
damn.
no, we're not killing the shop owner. That's a bad idea.
What? I just wanted to show him my plushie.
No, okay.
You see, he goes to, he grabs the bucket he kicked off his foot and begins to kind of clean up his mess.
Those buckets come in useful, don't they?
So, for this shop, you
mhm.
get to roll me an investigation check. If you, for every 5, you could get, every 5 you get 1 magical item, right? And if it is, and I have a generated list here, kind of. It's kind of a pseudo generated list. And if you roll above a 20 for each point above 20, you also get an additional magical item.
Ooh.
All
Can I
right.
force a 20 on my investigation modifier?
You can.
Of course. Damn.
All
you
I'm
guys
saying
told me
is,
to.
could you not? What's your investigation?
+7.
Holy
Okay, yeah, definitely do that on yours.
Holy
I was gonna say we should do the highest modifier.
Which is a +7.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do
Because
that.
you've got +4 from intelligence, and then you're proficient.
Yep.
Is this just the auction house all over again?
Yes, but instead of
No,
earning
see,
money,
I don't
we're
have to
spending
roll.
money.
That's the beautiful part.
Fuck. All right.
We're at 11. Dang.
Nine.
9.
So I get 1.
You get 2.
No, for every 5, that's not 5, right? That's 3.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
3.
you're right. I'm dumb.
Barely a 3.
Still a 3. Meets it, beats it.
Hey, I got exactly 2.
And wind chime?
What?
Want to roll me an investigation check? Oh, as you're
Okay.
kind of perusing.
Yeah, just a second. Let me get there. Investigation.
Yay.
Okay, so that
I don't. Oh, I can roll for Animo as well, actually.
true.
Is Animo good at investigation?
Yeah,
No, he's
same
good at
Actually,
perception.
he's got 1.
Whoa!
Motherfucker.
Oh, he gets the same number as I do. He gets 3.
Okay.
Except for the better 3
Starting
items.
off with the other people, we'll do Animo first because his is top. I'm going to say these. I'm not going to tell you the prices on them, because that's obviously they're not marked with prices. Somebody should write these down as I'm saying them. 'Cause
You know
I'm
what, we'll
not.
just type it in the chat box.
Okay.
If you can, do you think you could just copy and paste it in the chat box in game?
I can also send him those.
No, she's reading. She's reading off, so we're gonna send
reading
the
off,
Okay,
okay.
so
chat
then
box.
how about this? I will copy them off the whatever she's writing it, and then I'll type that into the chat box again.
Sword of life stealing.
Ooh.
It is a longsword. When you attack a creature with this magic weapon and you crit, the target takes an extra 10 necrotic damage. If it isn't a construct or undead, you also gain 10 temporary hit points.
Damn!
That's actually not great.
Ring
It's not a
of...
+2 sword or anything, right?
No, it's just a standard sword.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah.
Ring of resistance to necrotic damage. It's jet.
Ooh.
Literally
Goggles
just words.
of night. While wearing these dark lenses, you have dark vision out to a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, wearing the goggles increases the range by 60 feet. That
Uh,
is a Nemo.
I'm
Wind
gonna
chime.
I'm gonna copy these and send them to Quinn to see if he wants any of them.
Wind chime. Perfect. And you find a whole bundle of +1 bolts. It genuinely came up like that. The whole bundle of +1 bolts.
I like it.
Let's see here. Dawn. You find Mariner's armor. It's studded leather. While wearing this armor, you have a swim speed equal to your walking speed. In addition, whenever you start your turn underwater with 0 hit points, the armor causes you to rise 60 feet towards the surface. The armor is decorated with fish and shell motifs.
Yo, actually
You also find
somewhat
a
useful
pair
in our
of
campaign.
winged boots. What? Say
Never
again?
mind, just continue with what you were just saying.
You also find a pair of winged boots.
Oh. Okay.
Tails. You find a figurine of wondrous power. You find all 3 ivory goats. So these
Ivory goats?
Yeah, you find ivory statuettes of goats. Each goat looks unique and functions differently from the others. The properties are as follows. This is actually really convenient. It's kind of close to what you were looking for. The goat of traveling can become a large goat with the same statistics as a riding horse. It has 24 charges, and each hour, or a portion thereof, it spends in beast form costs 1 charge. While it charges, you can use it as often as you wish. When it runs out of charges, it reverts to a figurine and can't be used for 7 days have passed, and then it regains all charges. The goat of trivial, it becomes a giant goat for up to 3 hours. Once it's used, it can't be used again until 30 days have passed. The goat of terror becomes a giant goat for up to 3 hours. The goat can't attack, but you can remove its horns and use them as weapons. 1 horn becomes a lance +1, and the other becomes a longsword +2. Removing a horn requires an action, and the weapons disappear and the horns return when a goat reverts to its figurine form. In addition, the goat radiates a 30-foot radius aura of terror while you are riding it. Any creature hostile towards you that starts its turn in the aura must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be frightened of the goat for 1 minute, or until the goat reverts to its figurine form. The frightened creature can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of its turns, ending the effect on itself on a success. It's immune if it's 24 hours. Once the figurine has been used, it can't be used again until 15 days have passed.
Is there a way for the goat of travel to regain other than just running out and having to wait 7 days?
Excuse me. You can stop it at any point in time. While it has charges, you can use it as often as you wish.
Right. And then...
So if you wanted to travel for 4 hours, wait, use it again. The way that the figurines of wondrous power works is that you can end the duration at any point in time.
Right. But the charges wouldn't come back, right?
Correct.
So the only way to get the charges back is to have the 7-day waiting period.
That is the interpretation that I'm getting.
Okay.
What was the second goat?
Actually, no. No, that's not true. When the creature becomes a figurine again, its property can't. Yeah. Yeah. So you're fine. It can recharge.
You can recharge?
Yeah.
Can...
Here, I'll send you the link. See what you get from it. Unless I'm kind of having to skim through them, so I'm not reading them terribly in depth because it is just generated. It's the goats.
Oh.
Still waiting for the next items.
Give us a second. We're trying to figure that out.
Was it posted in Wild to Wildemount?
I messaged you.
Oh, okay. That's-
Yeah, I also.
You find a horn of blasting. You can use an action to speak the horn's command word, then blow the horn. It emits a thunderous blast in a 30-foot cone that's audible 600 feet away. Each creature in the cone must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes 5d6 thunder and is deafened. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage and isn't deafened. Creatures and objects made of glass or crystal have disadvantage on the saving throw and take 10d6 thunder damage. Each use of the horn's magic has a 20% chance of causing the horn to explode. The explosion deals 10d6 fire damage to the blower and destroys the horn. You find a vicious sickle. When you roll a 20 on your attack roll with this magic weapon, the target takes an extra 7 damage of the weapon's type. And it's a sickle. So it's 1d4 plus 7 on a crit. Plus its crit. Okay, that is you. Moonzik.
Mm-hmm.
You find a wand of magic detection. This wand has 3 charges. While holding it, you can expend 1 charge to cast the detect magic spell from it. This wand regains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn.
That's not bad.
Wait, it regains charges on me? What?
What?
Yeah, just throw it at you.
No, that's not funny, Don.
Damn, this thing's out of charges.
I'm
Soren,
gonna
come
start
here.
running.
Rocky, you find a Anstruth harp. Wow, crazy. An instrument of the bards is an exquisite example of its kind, superior to any other instrument in every way. Only 7 types of these instruments exist, each named after a legendary bard college. Any creature that attempts to play the instrument without being attuned to it must make a wisdom saving throw or take psychic damage. You can use an action to play the instrument and cast one of its spells. Once the instrument has been used to cast a spell, it can't cast that spell again until the next dawn. The spell uses your spellcasting ability and spell save DC. You can play the instrument while casting a spell that causes any of its target to be charmed on a failed saving throw, thereby imposing disadvantage on the save. The effect applies only if the spell has a somatic or material component. All of these can cast Fly, Invisibility, Levitate, Protection from Evil and Good. And this one can also do Control Weather, Cure Wounds at 5th level, and Wall of Thorns.
So, like,
So,
one
like,
of
this
us.
is like almost a legendary item that's
It
literally
is
only
it is a
attunable
legendary.
by a person
Well, it's
who
not.
don't
It's
have
a
it.
wondrous, this one is a very rare.
Yeah,
It's-
I said almost legendary for a reason because I googled it while you were in the middle of
God
reading it,
damn it.
and I read the whole section.
Yeah, it's a best in slot item
Hard.
that can only be used if you're a bard. So, like, who wants to multi-class into bard?
I mean, we've talked about it before.
You find
want me to
the
buy it, I can
Quail's
buy it, but
Feather
no.
token of a fan. If you were on a boat or a ship, you can use this action to toss the token up to 10 feet in the air. The token disappears and a giant flapping fan takes its place. The fan floats and creates a wind strong enough to fill the sails of one ship, increasing its speed for 8 hours. You can dismiss the fan as an action.
Yeah.
Is it one-time use, or?
No,
It's-
just the Qual's feather tokens are used just like the anchor that you guys have.
Yep.
You find a staff of a python. It can only be used by a cleric, druid, or warlock. but you can use an action to speak the staff's command word and throw the staff on the ground within 10 feet of you. The staff becomes a giant constrictor snake under your control and acts on its own initiative count. By using a bonus action to speak the command word again, you can return the staff to normal in its normal form in a space formerly occupied by the snake. On your turn, you can mentally command the snake as if it is within 60 feet of you and you aren't incapacitated. You decide what action the snake takes or where it moves on its next turn. You can issue a general command such as to attack your enemies or guard a location. If the snake is reduced to 0 hit points, it dies and returns to its staff. The staff then shatters and is destroyed. If the snake reverts to its staff form before using all of its hit points, it regains all of them. You find a +1 trident. 4.
Brom crying
I was
in the
gonna say, but it
background.
looks like a
Is
pitchfork.
Is not
You find a thing full of +2 arrows.
Ooh.
A quiver?
2. You find a mace of warning.
So there's an axe of warning. Now we
Yeah.
have a mace of warning potentially.
Man, I keep getting items that I can't use or shouldn't use. I mean, the Mace of Warning is like the closest thing.
You
to
find
it.
an alchemy jug.
Oh, alchemy jug. Let's go.
I do not need his nonsense.
No, come on, alchemy. Is it the one that dispenses soy sauce or tea? This is an important question.
We both know what you're going to be using it for, man. Come on.
It has acid, basic poison, beer, honey, mayonnaise, oil, vinegar, fresh water, fresh salt water, and wine.
Do you know what the problem with the alchemy jug is, Emily?
What?
Mayonnaise.
It's an absolutely absurd amount of mayonnaise that you can get from it. They
Yeah.
really put far too much mayonnaise in that thing.
Can you
You
really
find-
have so much mayonnaise?
You find a pair of gloves of thievery. These gloves are invisible while worn. While wearing them, you gain a +5 bonus to sleight of hand checks and dexterity checks made to pick locks.
Man, this is like perfect for like specifically Moonze.
Just generated.
Our rogue.
You find a wand of enemy detection. The wand has 7 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge and speak its command word. For the next minute, you know the direction of the nearest creature hostile to you within 60 feet, but not its distance from you. The wand can sense the presence of hostile creatures that are ethereal, invisible, disguised, or hidden, as well as those in plain sight. The effect ends if you stop holding the wand. The wand regains 1d6 plus 1 expended charges at dawn. If you expend the wand's last charge, roll a d20. On a crit fumble, the wand crumbles to ash and is destroyed. You find a +1 club.
Very nice.
Not
Think
very
there's-
nice. It's a club.
3 more. You find a giant slayer hand axe.
Oh.
Okay, that's actually.
You gain +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls made with this magic weapon. When you hit a giant with it, the giant takes an extra 2d6 damage of the weapon's type, and must succeed on a DC 15 strength save or fall prone.
Oh,
For the
Shit.
purpose of this weapon, giant refers to any creature with the giant type, including ettins and trolls.
Yeah. So basically, you can trip a Tarask.
You find a where is it? Scroll down. Oh, this is really good. This is really scary good. You find an Ioun stone.
Oh.
Oh.
You know how those work, but you find one of strength. Your strength score increases by 2 to a maximum of 20, while this pale blue
Oh.
ruinoid orbits your head. And of
Oh.
course, our last one. These are all scrolls. Yeah.
So many items. What the fuck, Rocky?
He used his nat 20.
he used his
I know
Important
it was
bonus.
perfect.
No, it's artificially induced 20.
the unnatural 20.
The unnatural natural 20.
May all your
Yeah.
20s be natural.
May
Hell,
all your synthetic 20.
You find a Trident of Fish Command. This trident is a magic weapon. It has 3 charges. While you carry it, you can use an action to expend 1 charge and cast Dominate Beasts from it on a beast that has an innate swimming speed. The trident gains 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. Also, the proficiency with a trident allows you to add your proficiency bonus to the attack roll for any attack you make with it.
So do I count because I have an innate swimming speed?
It's a beast.
A good
But
question.
funny. I believe that is 11.
Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You gave me 12.
You get an extra one.
Yeah, that was 12.
There are 4
Any of
items.
these items spark your fancy? Anyone with like the quiver of arrows, or like the gloves, or like the alchemy jug, or like
So the alchemy jug is interesting for sure. That bard weapon is so good. The mere presence of it is enough that I'm considering taking a level in bard.
you know what? Just take all your levels in bard from here on out. Warlock's a dip class anyway.
Jesus.
Wow.
Wow. I was planning on just going warlock completely just to prove you wrong, and my class actually does have some depth to it. But like, depending on the price we get for that weapon, we might actually have some resale value on it as well.
Has depth. It's a deep warlock.
Yes. Like, genuinely, if one of us decides to go bard, it's the best in slot item. There is no better item, right?
Wait,
Yes,
if one
I
of us,
agree.
if
It's an
none of us
amazing
decide to
card.
go bards and we get a price we can afford on it here, we can flip it.
I mean, the thing is, we still have yet to see a way for there to be, to take a level in Bard.
I mean, Brine has reason to take level in bard. She's already storytelling and doing a lot of bardic stuff.
He just
quote
wishes
unquote.
he was a bard.
Right?
I mean, so does
I'm
Moon.
also a charisma caster, and
Yeah.
I have the stat requirement, right? Mechanically, I can do it. I don't know if I want to, but it is something I have been flirting with for a while.
I do want to add on that as well. If you don't have the prices for any of these, that doesn't mean he is completely inept.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, you
So
can't.
there's
run
no
a
harm in
magic
taking a
shop
look at the
without not knowing.
price. There's no harm in taking a look at the price for that one. Because if the price is right, we're getting it. If the price isn't, none of us are bards. We're not going to be tragically, horribly off, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Quail's Feather token is interesting just because of who we are and what we have.
So don't you mean who we are?
Exactly. And the Gloves of Thievery, I know, Moonzik, you're probably...
Yeah, Moonzik would be great.
I'm looking at 4 items on here, actually.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you want to take any of these items from the... I know you're looking at the quiver, you're looking at the gloves, you're looking at the Quell's Feather token, and you're looking at the Giant
I'm
Sword.
going to
I'm not
text
looking at the
Quinn
Quail's
as
Feather
well.
token.
I'm going to text Quinn as well, because a +2 to his strength might be something he's interested in.
Yeah. It's just an
It's to a
ASI.
maximum of 20.
I'm looking
You
at
can
the
pay for an
quiver.
ASI at this
I'm
point.
looking at the gloves. I'm looking at the one that I pulled, which was the Wand of Magic Detection for the job that we're about to do.
Oh yeah, that's actually a really good item.
And the harp, yeah. because Moonzy could also stand to be a bard.
So
Again, depending
I'm
on
not
the...
gonna role play through all of this. If there is things that you want, just
Mhm.
tell me and I will get a price.
Alchemy jug.
Alchemy jug.
It's an uncommon, if that helps.
Alchemy
Emily.
jug.
Genuine question from Quinn.
Yeah.
Can lycanthropes be attacked with necrotic damage, or is there resistance to it?
Yes. There's no resistance.
Oh.
They have, well, like, in a full werewolf form, lycanthropes have immunity to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage.
Right. And werepanthers would be the same thing, I'd imagine.
In his full form, yeah. His rage acts like normal barbarian.
Right. But he still gets resistances to those damages.
Yeah.
Yes.
So stacking up a couple more resistances isn't gonna hurt.
Well, I mean, resistance doesn't stack with other resistances. So, like, if you have a resistance like slashing, piercing, bludgeoning, and then you get another resistance to, say, slashing, you're still taking half damage, which is insane.
No, like he has no resistance to necrotic, so he had some he had some thought on the ring of resistance for necrotic damage.
Makes sense.
Necrotic's a relatively common damage type, so it's not a bad investment.
No, it's not. I'm talking with him on that right now. I'm not sure if he's going to be joining call or not.
The other question is the Ioun Stone.
Yeah, that's like hands down just best in the hands of Quinn.
The alchemy jug, same price, 6,000.
6,000? I can't afford that. How am I going to get mayonnaise?
Hey, that's just the same prices.
And that Ioun Stone is a +2 to strength.
It's mostly because of how you can use it to gain more money. It's considered game changing.
No, actually, if I'm being honest, I was literally just going to do it so I can get jars of acid and catapult acid at people.
Yeah, I know, but like...
Point. That's like the whole point. It's considered game changing in its sanity category.
Yeah, you're right. I can't afford that.
What stat does the Ioun Stone boost again?
2 strength.
Strength.
So up to 20. It's very rare, so you can expect it to be very expensive. I mean, it can't hurt to ask. How much is the Ioun Stone worth?
Yeah.
I'm looking.
And necrotic resistance.
Let's see. Ioun Stone strength. 3,000.
Yikes.
Holy shit.
I can't afford that.
And you said which one?
The Ring of Resistance for necrotic damage.
$6,000.
What?
For the Jet Ring of Resistance necrotic damage. 6,000.
Damn. Okay.
Winged Boots on Don's list. I think we're all sleeping on the fact that we can give...
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, it's an incredible one.
It's probably like... I don't know.
E5E magic reduction. 4,000.
Close enough. It's one of those, if we pool all our money in, we can probably afford the scenario.
I have a stupid idea. How much is the statues?
Go. see. Ba, 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 ba. I swear I saw it on there. Well, it doesn't matter. I'll just pull it up here. $11,000 for the 3.
A lot of money.
All
It would
right.
be cheaper to buy a spell scroll and just copy that into your book.
All right. So, all of these items, right? We're
Mhm.
bringing forward. We're talking about them with the shopkeep. I'm gonna go. Why so expensive? There's so much here, and quite frankly, it looks like you can't find it all. It was a miracle we could find this stuff. Why not just take, let's say, 1,000 gold and give us what we found? And that is a suggestion.
Oh God.
I'd send me a suggestion. I can't let this happen with everything that you have, by the way. That
Not
cannot
everything, but like a couple things.
Like, there is all the suggestion in the world, I put my foot down.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was being
Um,
extraordinarily generous to you with what I was able to, like, what I said, let you guys have the option to do. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna give you everything. There's,
I
Put down.
understand.
but I need you to send me a suggestion in chat.
Here's a suggestion in chat. I have followed the rules perfectly. We can come to some kind of agreement so this doesn't break your game.
Yes.
I will consider it, but I'm not giving you every. There is no chance in hell. The reason I put these items in there is not for you to be
what
able
is
to
it?
take. There is no if, ands, or buts about that.
I understand.
So I appreciate you. I don't want my game being broken. I've already been very, very generous with the magic items and money I've given you.
I agree. I don't want to break this game either. I am simply showing. Yes, this spell does what I'm saying. I worded it in a way that it was somewhat reasonable. You know, he could never find them, so he might as well just sell them for the price we can afford. Right?
You would do for infinite mayonnaise. I'm moved.
Motherfucker.
For this, I need I will let you pick 3 items within budget range, and you can get them extraordinarily discounted. So
Ooh.
I'm being flexible. I'm being
So the goats
extraordinarily
are not
flexible.
within budget range, I'm pointing out.
No.
The boots,
The
no.
winged boots are what, 4,000?
What?
Winged boots are 4,000.
Yeah, the
Wait,
boots are, the goats
the-
are not.
Yeah.
The-
I also had a few items to take a look at for price as well. That was wrapped up with.
Additionally, and like you can take your time. I'm giving you time so everybody can have their piece.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
It does not have to be done instantaneously, by any means.
How much
But-
are the winged boots?
Like 4,000.
4,000 gold?
Yes.
Yep.
So that's within budget.
Fuck.
So that can be one of us. Well, we're getting 3 here at an extraordinarily discounted price, instead of me breaking Emily's game by sweeping up every single magic item we found for 1,000 gold.
Oh, okay.
I think wing boat should be one of them.
Yeah, I think we can all agree that winged boots are just absurdly powerful and just absolutely amazing at every scenario.
Yeah.
How
Except
much-
I think we can all agree that that's one of them. As much as I love Alchemy Jug, I don't think it's powerful enough to be on here.
Infinite
how-
acid?
I still don't think that's powerful enough given the situation we're in.
How much is the wand of magic detection?
Not terribly expensive. It's like, let me look. Uh, 1,500.
Yeah, I don't even know whether that was one of the ones I was
Wait,
thinking
what was
was
the wand of detection?
magic detection.
Yeah, I mean it's to spam a spell that we can get for free instantaneously.
Yeah.
Right, so it does save spell slots if we don't want to sit down and do 10 minutes of magic
Can
casting.
we talk about Anstroth? The
Nope.
No,
No,
Nope.
that's
No, that's
Not-
gotta be 10,000.
wildly
No,
out.
no, that is 105. Excuse me, 105,000 gold pieces.
That's so wildly out of it
God.
that I don't even know why it was on the list of things
It
he
was
found.
just what was generated. That's all I can say.
Right.
If I would have definitely done things a bit different if I would have predicted that this was the way you're going to come across it. I did not.
Yeah.
I put these things on here as things for you to consider and look for.
Mhm.
I'm actually a little like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of
It's kind of very unreasonable for me as a DM.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
winged
So-
boots, I would.
So I'm letting you do this within reason.
Yeah. Gloves of Thievery, I think, should be another
I
one.
was just gonna bring that up. That would be great for our rule.
I don't have a contention with that. Gloves of Thievery is just good
I
for...
don't have
Yeah.
any contention with that.
The goat statues are out, correct?
No, screw the goat statues. No.
Yeah, those are
Too expensive. They're slightly out of budget range. Which one was Quinn interested in? The Ioun Stone or the
necrotic ring.
They're both
resistance to
outside of
necrotic.
range. One is 3,000, one is 6,000.
those aren't outside of budget range. We have technically 6,000 gold.
Fair. He was leaning more towards the Ring of Resistance, but I'm trying to get him to be convinced on the Ioun Stone because I think that would help him more.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree. Ioun Stone should be up there, but it's his choice, so I'm not
Yeah.
too worried about whatever he wants to pick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're just going to choose... We're going to talk about the three ones we think are the best options here.
I still think Alchemy Jug should be up there. The amount of ways...
It's,
I mean, yeah, I know I'm
it's
gonna
up
say,
there
like,
over
this and
things
that,
like
but
sort
the amount
of...
of ways you could abuse Alchemy Jug is stupid.
It's above Sword of Life Stealing, for example.
Sort of life stealing is not great.
What is Goggles of Night?
Plus 60 to your dark vision.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you have no dark
or-
vision, you get 60. If you have dark vision, you get another 60.
That's not bad.
I wouldn't be bad for.
That's kind of bad.
It wouldn't be bad for
Considering there's
Animo
a spell
'cause,
for it,
he
there's
doesn't
other
have
items for
night
it,
vision.
like Ghost Eye.
Animo
Yeah, it's
doesn't have
non-concentration, right? Or is it? Or it's non.
It's-
It's non-attunement, right?
You put it.
Because its attunement really matters. If it's non-attunement, it's good. If it's attunement, it's not.
No, it doesn't say that it requires attunement.
It is
It's
not
still
attuned.
bad. I still think it's not great.
Well, we're in a high magic campaign. Non-attunement gets a little extra.
It doesn't matter
Mm.
if it's non-attunement. I just don't think the extra 60 dark vision's worth it.
That's
Not
fair.
over Alchemy Jug.
Giant Slayer hand axe. I don't think anybody was overly interested in.
It's
Right now in tier 2 play, it's probably not going to see much use,
probably
Mhm.
not.
right? Unless we're fighting.
So we definitely have two, right? We know we want the winged boots and the gloves of thievery.
Yeah.
I'd say the best items here are the alchemy jug, as much as I hate to admit it. The Ioun stone. What's Staff of a Python?
It
That's
turns
the
into a
staff.
python. If it runs out of health, the python staff crumbles into dust.
Yep, and it gets its
Mm.
own
Just fights
turn.
you.
It gets its own. It turns into a giant constrictor.
Yeah.
And if it reverts to its
That's just a very cool item. I don't actually think it's that much of a...
if it reverts to its if you take it and put it before it is at 0 hit points, you put it back in its wand form, it regains all hit points.
I would like to point out that giant constrictor snake on the stat block says it has 60 base HP. It has a swim speed and movement speed of 30 feet, and it does 2d6 plus 4 as a bite. And it also does 2d8 plus 4 as a constrict attack.
That's actually really good.
So it's actually really strong.
Yeah, and then you can just recall it back into the staff if it gets low.
Yeah.
I mean, it could get bursted and we could lose it, but I'm gonna put that up there. I'm gonna say the things I think we should use the third one on are Staff of a Python, Gloves of Thievery, or the Ioun Stone.
I'd say
We already have
no
the
to the
Gloves of
Staff of the
Thievery,
Python because it is one of those things that'll fall off after tier 2.
Yeah, but
It'll
it's really
fall off
cool.
heavily.
It's really cool.
Right, whereas Hand Slayer, Giant Slayer Hand Axe will ramp up after tier 2. Staff of the Python will fall off heavily after tier 2, on the basis that most enemies at that point can do 60 damage in a turn. And
Yeah, I hear you. I do. At the same time, we're in tier 2, and we're in the start of tier 2. We're gonna be in tier 2 for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That, and I don't want to... I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, you've heard the 4 items I think, or the 3 items I think could be the last one. I want the party to choose. I know, Rocky, your vote is for Alchemy Jug. I really want to hear Quinn's want here.
It's the Ring of Necrotic Resistance for Quinn.
Or the Ioun Stone, I thought.
Nah, that's just our suggestion for Quinn.
Yeah.
He doesn't, he didn't mention it. All he said was AAO in chat after you, casted suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
Which, for some reason, is an abjuration spell instead of an enchantment listed on
Right.
this thing.
Trying to think. Winged boots. What was the second item?
Wing of Boots, Gloves of Thievery.
Thievery.
And then the 3 we're deciding on is the Staff of
Ioun
Python,
Stone.
the Ioun Stone, and then the Alchemy Jug.
Yeah.
I mean, my vote would honestly be for the Ioun Stone.
I kind of agree there.
Yeah, Ioun Stone. I'm not going to deny Ioun Stone's probably stronger than Alchemy Jug. Well,
Yeah,
actually,
but it would be for Quinn, and Quinn has to want it.
Yeah.
Quinn has to want it.
It's for strength,
Let
right?
me ask him.
It's for strength, yeah.
I think anybody could use it, to be honest.
It's true, but
Yeah.
It's true, but
It's his
we're
main
not
stat.
benefiting off of it.
I don't use
Because we're not
strength,
making
I have-
attacks
so-
with melee.
yeah. I use Dex, even if I were to do melee, so it wouldn't help me in the long run either way.
Yeah. So Quinn's the only class that would actually benefit off of it, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Quinn, you looking?
I was just about to message him right now.
How are you feeling about the Ioun Stone of Strength?
His strength score right now, by the way, is a +2.
Yeah, we need that.
I feel like
Please.
he said it was +1.
Oh, that's so low for a barbarian.
No, it's +2. You're right. It's +2.
It's still very low for a barbarian.
Which, for a barbarian, his main stat should be strength and constitution. Constitution being very much up there.
I'd say strength, like, first of all, 14 in dex, and then you can kind of maybe half ignore constitution as long as it's positive. Right? Barbarian needs strength, dex, and con, with strength and con being like the primary two. Just because of how unarmored defense works for barbarian, right? I'd still say, like, you know, you can ignore con until you get 14 dex. Right? Just because dex generally raises your AC, which makes up for the, like, 1 point in health per level, right? And also it gives you dex saves, which is like the most common
Okay.
save.
So you're basically have sold. You're getting this item for him.
I'm feeling, but I'm not knowing.
And everything related to it. That's a good way to put it, actually, Rocky.
Yep. And, you know, you only get one every 4 levels. Unless you're a fighter. And you get one, like, every other level.
Yeah. Fighter OP. That's why I bind fighter from all my game.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
Yep,
think I'll
so it
lock
looks
in
like
those
I
3
own-
items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So winged boots, gloves of thievery, and the iron stone of strength.
Yeah.
Hey,
And, that's the 3?
Yeah.
Yep. Alright. Who's getting the winged boots for the party? Is it going to be like one of those things that we just kind of keep passing around depending on who needs it the most?
I mean, we could talk about it.
Yeah, that's a later problem.
Yep.
Point is winged
We
boots.
know it's good. It's good on practically anybody.
Like, even if Emily decided to overrule it and, like, you know, say it does require attunement, I'd still buy that in a heartbeat.
The wing boots don't they?
They do.
don't. Oh, they do?
They
That's-
totally
no,
do.
they don't. No, they don't. That's why Jester can use them.
Yeah, winged boots.
Oh, you're
They don't
right.
require attunement. Oh, wait, no, it does. It just, yeah, it says here. Wonder this item uncommon requires attunement.
Yes.
It doesn't matter.
I'm thinking
Yeah,
of
and it's one of the
Vermifying, my
things
bad.
Jester is attuned to.
Yep.
That's
I'm
why you
thinking
have
of
3 full attunement
Vermifying.
slots.
Whoops.
Right.
Because you've got the charm, you've got the boots, and you've got the
Staff.
not staff.
Wait,
stone.
not staff.
Pebble of Abolithia.
Yeah.
No, the
Got a
Yeah,
bonus
the pebble.
action rock.
Pebble of abolishing aboliths.
Yeah.
Pebble of fuck you.
Say that 10 times. Pebble of abolishing aboliths.
Pebble of fuck around and find out.
Yeah.
okay.
Pebble of why is this
I'm ending this
glowing?
session
Am I in
here.
danger?
Yep. Figure out the damage we just did.
Who is paying?
I'll pay. I was the one who did the suggestion. It makes sense that I would pay.
Do not have 1,000 gold. I cannot pay.
1,000 gold?
Yep.
Okay.
Although to be fair, like, I did find 2 of those 3 items.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you also
But
got
the point
11
is
items.
forcing a 20 in the best possible scenario. Who is freaking out in the chat?
Yeah. Suggestion in the most defeated text tone I have ever seen.
Let's go.
Y'all gonna pay me back
Fingers and
somewhat,
got
right?
magical discounts. I caught in something that I couldn't.
I genuinely am sorry, Emily. I hope this is
And was played.
Not happening again.
Yeah.
Bride and shopkeepers are not friends.
See, I fully expected you to steal the goats.
Nah.
I was prepared for that.
A proper.
Yeah, but we don't steal from wizards because wizards.
You
are
weren't
scary and
expecting me to go for the whole house. And or Goofy.
We seem to have outsmarted.
Well,
I'm
I think
so
this
sorry.
guy might. I think this guy might close down for losses. He can't.
I'm
Dude,
sorry,
he's got
the
a
man-
combined total of literally hundreds of thousands of gold.
Yeah,
pieces
I'm
that
sorry.
he's
That man will
sitting-
never shut down. His whole store is a gold mine.
The issue
sheer
with
number-
stores like that is that they don't sell things often.
Right.
Yeah.
All he needs to do is walk down with that harp that we found, right? That we could not buy from him.
Throw it in the auction
Walk
house.
down to the auction house. He'll have
Yeah.
enough rent to keep that store open for the next 10 years.
You're
Yeah.
right. That harp itself would probably just keep the lights on for God knows how long.
Dual flip.
Shut the fuck up, John.
I genuinely am sorry, Emily.
Yeah. 400 gold
Alright.
coins to the
Well,
cause.
regardless, you guys had a very successful day.
And I get
thank
to
you so
head
much
to
for
having a
playing.
more successful day.
I still have to meet a historian that's very snarky.
Yep.
and grumpy.
Yep.
And there's a heist.
And there's
Yep.
a
There's a
heist.
Thank you so much, Emily, for a wonderful session.
This was a really
You're
fun
welcome.
session, all things considered.
Yeah.
Oh.
Everything in. It's not just all things considered. No, that was a great session. Everything in.
You better be using those magic items all of the time. They better be some of the coolest moments of the entire game. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You
That's
guys
the
better
problem
make
with the
them so
Ioun
good.
Stone. That's the problem with the Ioun Stone. That's why I wanted the staff, because the snake is cool. It's the statuettes are
You
cool.
could always go back and buy it.
I
afford
can
it.
go back and buy the
Are you kidding
statuettes
me?
at full price.
Emily, do you understand that I can attack people with floating knives now?
What have we done?
Or
What-
I mean,
what
you
if we
can't attack
unleash?
people with floating. Oh wait, no. Is that a level 5 rogue feature?
No, I'm joking. Just the fact that the gloves turn my hands invisible. I'm gripping the daggers and knives.
No, the gloves are invisible.
Your hands are not invisible. Your hands are invisible.
Then it's just
Yeah,
my hands.
no.
I don't understand.
No. You put them
no.
on. You can still see your hands. It's just the gloves are invisible over your hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's just
So
it
your
doesn't
hands
look like
are
you're wearing
visible,
them.
But you're not your hands are invisible.
And you now are the best pickpocketer in the
Gotcha.
West.
Okay, never mind.
Basically, yeah.
It would
I
be very,
just-
very helpful if you happen to, get
Do a
stuck in
heist.
jail or something.
Oh yeah.
Or do a heist.
Do a heist where the entire premise of what we're doing is stealing something. I mean,
Pretty
maybe
much.
not doing a heist because you wouldn't need a sleight of hand in order to do that.
No, believe me, that's
Pick a
going.
lock.
That's going to go straight into my inventory.
Yeah. Winged boots, I think, are going on one of me, Rocky, or Dawn.
Yep.
We need a flying wizard.
What are
Or a druid and-
what are our attunement slots at?
Gloves.
I'm
question.
attuned.
Do gloves
I
require
have nothing
attunement?
attuned.
I have
Question.
attuned.
Yeah, you
to
don't really
one
have
item.
much of anything, Soren.
I don't
No,
have
question.
anything.
Druid's gear melds onto their body when they wild shape. If you have a winged boot attuned while you are wild shaping into an animal that does not have flight, with
That
the
would be
winged
so
boots,
scary. That would be
Okay,
We
I
have
actually have
flying
an answer
bears
for
on
this.
the
I have an answer for this. You can choose whether the items you are wearing meld in or are worn by the creature if the creature has the ability to wear them. So as long as he is transforming into a creature
Bipedal.
who is able to wear the winged boots, he could then fly with it.
Actually, is super cohesive to me.
Yeah, but like.
So if
not
you want
enough
to turn
creatures
into a bear,
can wear a boot.
We'll worry about the
I can-
specifics of stuff. Let's end it here, and then we'll worry about the specifics.
oh, I thought we ended it a while ago. To be honest.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Sorry. I still gotta do my outro thing. But anyway, thank you all for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. Wow, I really fucked that up. If you like this
You're
video, leave a
professional.
like down below. Leave a comment for any kind of feedback that you want to provide. Subscribe if you want to keep up with updates. And recommend me to your friends. I'm always looking for a bigger audience. If you want to go see us live, we're doing this every Monday, 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern at twitch.tv/frigidhyperion. And I also do have those links down in the description below. But otherwise, I hope you all have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.